1507, good luck. So we've not played before, we have no head-to-head score there. I better stick to the Karen and not experiment too much. Our opponent, how many games? 650, and we've done just over 1,000. Let's play d5. It's basically a pre-move on the Carol, but you don't need to. Correct move is to take with the pawn. Sometimes I go with the queen just to get out of the standard theory. Now he checks. I think both moves are fine here. Bishop is a little bit more forcing. Let's just block with the bishop. Develop the knight. And then pawn up. And then we've got to get these two into the game somewhere. And then come up with a plan. So probably bishop here, but depends what he does. He can try and target this square. This and this. We can do this and this. Or h6 then bishop here. But here, if you do h6, it gives him a chance to go to f4 first. So I'll just develop my bishop, I think. Any reason not to? There is a bit of a nuisance move potentially, but if he plays it, I can always drop back. And then I've got the knight as a target, I guess. But I'm just trying to get castled, stick to good principles, and then come up with a plan if we can. He's putting the bishop on the diagonal. That's dangerous. Okay, I'll castle. So I could have maybe done with the bishop here. And then try and put the bishop on f6 to counter b2. That's probably an automatic move when you've played b3 there. Not much to think about. So I've got knight up, trade, trade, and it becomes a target. I must wonder whether to do this and this or just launch one. I like the idea of actually developing the rook first. It gives me an option to drop back this way, but I don't think I would. I think I'd go here and try and put the bishop on f6. Yeah, I might have to spend a move coming back. So he has indeed come and attacked our bishop. Because of that move, though, I think I will drop back, guard the pawn, and kick the knight. I've still got a knight guarding the knight. And then I'll try and bring the bishop back again. So a few extra unnecessary moves maybe, but once we do this kick the knight, we can launch another pawn, and then we'll try and come back maybe. We might get a chance to play queen up and create a double attack. We might do. So I'm going to kick that knight and then see where he wants to go. Probably go back, but he's got another square, or he's got another option there. So queen up creates two double threats, but without being an imminent threat either way. So what do we do? How do I challenge this diagonal now? That's not easy, is it? I'm actually going to bring the bishop back. I'm targeting the knight, but it's not really a threat. I'm trying to come here. I'm going like ultra cautious here. I'm trying to bring the bishop to f6 before he gets the queen really active. If the queen ends up getting active, this could be a problem. Well, but this gives me a chance to trade, which I'll happily do. He's trying to activate the queen. But now we can play bishop here and attack the bishop. Oh, sorry, my little heater's just gone off there, but it's not too cold today. Knight back, we can challenge the bishop. So queen up, we can simply trade. And if he took with a rook, we'd have a nice diagonal, so that looks a good move. And if c drops back, we can put the bishop on f6 where we want to go. So knight, it's a retreating move, but it feels like a good move to me. So if I go here and c drops back, I'm not achieving what I want to achieve. So I'm going to come back with the knight, hit the bishop, and try and put my bishop on f6. Okay, so now I'm going to put the bishop on f6. And we're just trying to deal with this dangerous threat. So he's taken. So I'm going to develop with the queen because we get a tempo attacking there. He could still block with his knight or his pawn. Oh, he's on the rook. He's just made a mistake moving quickly. He's just not seen it. That's really unlucky. And he's played a good game up to that moment. That's very unlucky. So let's see what it was in engine speak. But that might be the only mistake he's made. He's played a good game. They're the move times for both players. So we'll request an analysis, just like we do in all the rapid games. Okay, I think it's just that really one mistake. Yeah, we're slightly better, ever so slightly, but at our level, amateur level, not really anything. That's pretty much flatline level until a one move mistake, but it really skews the figures. 95 against 72 on the accuracy, but it's just a one move mistake, so it really skews the figures when that happens, especially earlier in the game. So we've played this well, so Nothing wrong with the moves from either side here. You can see nothing's being flagged for either player. Then I decided I want to try and deal with this diagonal, and just a case of figuring out how do we actually do that. So we kicked him back. Now here I should have actually dealt with it by playing e5 rather than doing the zigzag maneuver that I was aiming for. So e5, and looks like potentially sacking a pawn was the actual way to go. And then d4 is the right reply for white, but why can't white just take that? e5, knight takes, bishop takes, rook takes. That looks common sense to me, but that's not right. So e5 was the right move, so I'll study that in a bit more detail a bit later on. Obviously I could spend half an hour studying it and trying to really go through with it, but I'm just trying to do a quick review of the game here. But that was the correct move instead of the bishop up. And here, yeah, I should have played the queen up, like I said, create that potential double attack here, but I was just trying to deal with this diagonal. But we lost 0.7 though, so it does make a difference. Then knight in has allowed us to trade, which was good. Knight back was good, bishop f6 was good, trade and take with a queen was good, and it's just a simple one move mistake forgetting the rook was hanging. c3 on knight c3. Knight is a little bit risky because of a pawn push, but c3, and it was probably about equal on the eval there. So he's played very well, hasn't he, apart from that one move, so unlucky there.